Show me what you got. Come on.
Oil drum. Hard to imagine. I don't think she could have kicked it. This is pretty heavy. But what could have toppled that? Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Roar! Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy. After the murder, the suspect... okay. To run behind a partition off to her side. Okay. So, like, this side, where the door and the ladder is. Okay. Step ladder. My bad. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her. How can you even arrest? Like, how do you even do that? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from the whole time. From her the whole time. Press her. Of course. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. How did she... Look, there's a wire wall. There's a wire wall and she managed to warp through that. Okay. She was a visitor, so she was parked in B block. Okay, so right there, yeah. 30 feet. Yeah, decent distance. Is that correct, Miss Star? Yes, that's right. But there's a chain link fence in front of you. She's gonna say, oh, there was a door or whatever. I went over it, of course. What? What? Amazing. The Coffin Queen lunch lady athlete. Indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Damn, that fence was about 9 feet high too. How come Miss Sky didn't get away? When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. Actually, wait, let's do it. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Hold on, something is triggering in my head, but I can't. We need to go back to the testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking. Ooh. Her phone. Her phone? You mean this cell phone? By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory... Don't say it's bad. Oh my gosh. My memory, it's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Star. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. I thought that wasn't working. On the wall. How did she see that? That's right, near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall. Okay, it was out of order. How did she see that? And so she used her cell phone. Yeah, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? Okay. So our testimony is now gonna expand. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Angel Star, you're about to get a spanking. Oh, wait. My cell phone now? Updated? She gave up trying to use the phone on the wall and just used her cell phone. 518? Yeah, I got that. The word muffler was overheard during... But she didn't say... She said that she didn't hear anything. She said... Emma said she didn't hear anything. What kind of nonsense am I hearing? Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha, I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. Alright, here we go. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Look at... What is this? Then how did she see all of this? There's a wall right there. So she picked up the emergency phone. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. This is a bunch of lies. Bunch of lies. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence? Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, she hung up on her phone. How? The phone fell. Like, what the heck? And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? I'm trying to find a statement. She gave up trying to use... Okay, I'm trying to find... Is this the proper statement where I could present the fact that she X-ray visioned through that, like, huge wall? Can I show this? Yeah, this... I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. Of course, obviously you would get objection. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Really? Sounds like tons of bias right now. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all out. Okay, let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Drop those bento boxes. Order. What is the meaning of this? Okay, here we go. It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. Ooh. Eat dirt. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Okay, here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... She apprehended her behind the wall. But the phone was dropped right in front... Okay, where she saw it. The phone was dropped right beside the car. So, she's lying about where she saw it. She tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. So what is significant about this fact? Nothing. It would be pointless for her to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. The witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. In other words... Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. Ooh. Different location. Now that's pointless lie if I've ever heard one. I feel like she was in the security room. Cause that way she could see it. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Ooh, that's a sick title. A wordsmith. Just where was this witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. But she has this image here. So how does she have this image from here? Well, let's hear Phoenix first. The place from where Miss Star witnessed the crime was here. So we have the photo as proof, but she could have used a timer. She could have used a timer. Just give me a second, guys. I'm giving this a thorough thinking. I'm gonna go with my theory, because I said maybe she's in the security room, but this truck is huge. I'm just still thinking, how did she see this? Okay, let's just go ahead. This is the only place where she could have been. Is that for real? The security guard room. Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. Yes! Yes! It's built on the second level so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many places where she could have seen the phone. Nope, it's the boyfriend. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, could not park in A block. Yeah, but how did she get that picture though? The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought lunch to your boyfriend. Hey, we got it, we got it. We got that. Well, Miss Star? Sweating bullets, eh? How many years have I been getting the better of men? Think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has got the better of Angel Star. It's time to go down. Order, order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? Doesn't make sense. Well, she did say that she kind of caused it, right? She caused her laid off, right? Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. That is true. That is true, unless there's a third party involved. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. How did you get that picture? The truth still stands. Nope, it still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. Nope, nope, nope. If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. Ooh, she knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Okay, so she was there. Let's write that down, friends. But she lied and she said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. But what would change? Yeah, this one. Wait, it must make a vital difference. But what would change? Definitely the angle of the view to the crime would change. The lighting. It's a parking lot, man. Does it matter if the angle was different? Well, if she was looking here, she's looking down, she can see her. She can't really tell that she killed him. But, okay, distance to the crime. Why would she stay away from the crime? I have no explanation why the distance to the crime would change. Should we go for that? Let's go for it. Distance to the crime. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. But one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. Did I do it right? Okay, the distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. Okay, okay. It's the angle. Oh. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Oh. Because you have to climb the fence. Genius. Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, 30 minutes, I would say. She called at 5:18. He died at 5:15. Well, witness? You... Yes? What the hell is that? Oh, squid wheels. The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J, peanut butter and jelly, with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. Can we finally see the truth? And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. So how did she get out? Oh my god! Dude, she did a marathon. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's quite a detour. Yeah, that's a sprint. 5 men run to B block. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. And then it would take another 5 to literally just climb up that wall. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear on my finest plastic spork. Has no value. That has no value. You have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention. Judge, okay, you know what? We need to file a report on this guy. He's such a waste. What is that? Caviar lunch. Wow. Wow. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Objection. Literally, even if I do not have an evidence, I will object. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente? Al dente? What? I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. What's al dente? A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. See, even the judge is now... Put the judge on the stand. Put the judge on the stand. I feel like he's a witness. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. Ah, I think Miss Sky was supposed to meet somebody. She was set up. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Drop those bento box. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. She has a grudge against the defendant, and there is a blank in her testimony. There's a huge gap. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. Oof. We did it. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. Are we getting recess? I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, the court is adjourned. Yes! What? 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 Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? Ay, ay, ay. That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. Ooh. What was that? What? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask you, Miss Star. Ah. Here we go. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of, what, deference to the witness determination, I'll allow one more testimony. This is bribery. Bribery at its finest. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Okay. You won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Another testimony! I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. Now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up? How did you get her shoes? Or shoe? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was the victim's, and one was... yeah, I think she got wounded on the neck. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Huh? There was blood found on that shoe? Yeah. Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Really? Really? Nice, Edgeworth. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Good man's shoe, but how does he have... yeah, you're right. Even if it was Lana's shoes, to be honest, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm just wondering, how did she get a hold of that? It's crazy. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had a blood test performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 oh my lord. 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. We can't accept this. What? You should know the 2 rule of evidence law. Oh yeah, because you could literally alter it. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the PD. 2, okay. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Hey, Edgeworth on our side. Edgeworth on our side. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. No, we're celebrating too. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. You can't use that. You can't use that as an excuse. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence. Oh boy. I feel like the police department's being like manipulated. I feel like we have like a puppeteer, you know? She's puppeteering the whole thing. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. It seems so. Yeah, that's funny. We said the same thing, but it says Edgeworth seems to be celebrating. Now Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law. Really? Damn. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. Wow. This is so real, man. It seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. She hates her, eh? I wonder why. Alright, cross-examine. Cross-examine the witness. It's time to kill. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime. Okay. Oh, so this is the new testimony? Yeah, yeah. Oh, this is the victim's shoe, yeah. It's flawless, decisive. Not really. I mean, it could have been a nosebleed or something. I don't know. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. Ew. Peppered fish guts? Ew. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, she's in enough hot water to make a whole batch of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? My big problem is that the shoe... I don't like the brand of this shoe. This is critical. What's wrong with the victim's shoe? There's a problem. How about that? If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one problem with this evidence. Contradiction. I don't even know the contradiction. We'll see. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is the what's contradictory about the shoe? Oh, okay, we have to actually look at it? Wait. Oh, wait, I can't check my inventory right now. Oh, damn. There's something on the... okay, there's something inside? Nope, it's a black hole in there. We have something on the bottom here. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe. So there's blood on top and blood on the bottom. So he stepped on something. Don't mess with me, rookie, or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. Okay, but if there's blood on this bottom, what could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? Okay, come on. Why do we even have this? Throw this throw this ugly looking thing out, seriously. Can I examine this? This blood, it's my sister's, right? It appears so. Oh, yeah, her hand was bandaged. How can you get blood on the shoe? He could have stepped on it. He could have rubbed against it. Like, seriously. Wait a minute. There's no blood on the floor. There's no blood on the floor, guys. Yes! Yes! The problem lies in the footprint. There is no blood on the floor. Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Hey, awesome, it's ketchup. As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. Yes! That contradicts your claim about this shoe. Oh, I like this. I like this freeze frame. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been a... oh wait, what? So there could have been bloody footprints. If there were bloody prints, they would have been found. We checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order. Well, witness. Great going, Mr. Wright. It's true that the lack of footprint is a contradiction, but then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Why was there no footprint? He was killed and brought somewhere else. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Oh no, Edgeworth, no, don't say anything. I see, now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped, and there is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. And erase the prints. You could actually do that, it's pretty easy. Like blood? Easy things, man. Don't do this though. Don't do this, guys. But you know hydrogen peroxide? Hydrogen peroxide, the thing that you use to clean wounds, you could use that to wipe blood off. And you can't see it in black light, so you should be good. Just don't do crimes. Don't do crimes. Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that's a good one too. Damn. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum, kicked over by the chief prosecutor, was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Don't tell me she knocked it over to clean the blood. You don't mean... Yes? The suspect knocked the oil drum for one reason, and one reason alone. Don't say it, don't say it. To erase the bloodstains that would have been evidence against her. No! You can't do that! Ah! That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Damn. That's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That's so dumb though. Like literally... Didn't the guys in forensics do anything? Did they not like, hey, let's use a black light, baby, you know, let's take a look. Damn. Guys in forensics are slacking. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. So, my sister's blood on the shoe. That's when it happened. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Please. Oh, is he actually gonna save me or gonna snake me? Come on. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Don't say it. Don't say it. Yes! Hold it! What? What? Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Ooh, this looks like a bloodstain, eh? Wait. Witness, don't tell me you have something else. You've reached your verdict, Your Honor. Any further comments will be held in contempt of court. Here we go again. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this. A photograph. I had this just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. What the heck is this? I can't... There's so many evidence that's being hit. Okay. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. It's clearly wet. Yeah, down there it's wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. This girl, look, do we have the picture? No. Her pictures that she showed us was like, the murder scene was right in front of her. And she just took a picture of it. She's a witness, but I feel like she's the killer. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyways. Ah, crap. Oh boy. I'm sorry, Mia. We don't have a fate to help us, man. Seriously? Right. What? Is she here? Wet or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Yo, Mia Faye's in the house? Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. Wow. Mia Faye in the house. This is the last piece of evidence. I have... Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Dude, I'm running out of evidence to show. Seriously. For real. Damn. Nice. Objection. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. The trial isn't over yet, until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. Look how close she is. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Show the court the problem in this photograph. Are you for real? Are you for real? I'm supposed to say... That's water. Wait, what's this? Wait, what's this? There's something pouring out of the exhaust. The knife is too small? Damn, I don't think he was stabbed with a machete. Take that! Ah, it is. It is. The problem in this photograph is here. I was right. What is that? What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. Oh yeah, it's called an exhaust or a muffler. Car muffler. I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. Yep, a muffler is also part on a car or a motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust. A pipe. Well, why is he wet? Oh, it's a cloth? It's a cloth that's coming out? Cloth sticking out of the muffler. So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Objection! Yes, objection. Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. Muffler, the red muffler, muffler there, muffler this. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth is related to the case. This one. This one. The word muffler was overheard during a call. Present. Take that! Miss Star, recall your testimony for the court. Hey. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Wow, muffler. Maybe that's why she was wearing a red muffler. It was a hint. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh yeah. Yeah, so it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Are we done? Found myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? Oh baby, I suppose so. Phew. That was close. That was hella close. But we made it, at least for now. Court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. Oh yeah! It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? Yes! Awesome, guys. Awesome!